Chris Voss's Never Split the Difference takes readers deep into the world of high-stakes negotiation, blending fascinating real-life anecdotes with actionable strategies for anyone looking to improve their ability to negotiate in any setting, whether it's a business deal, a salary negotiation, or even a difficult conversation with a spouse. Voss, a former FBI hostage negotiator, shares the lessons he learned from years of negotiating in life-or-death situations, showing that traditional methods like splitting the difference are counterproductive when it comes to achieving the best possible outcomes. The book opens with a gripping story from Voss's career, a tense kidnapping case in which the hostage-takers had no intention of negotiating in good faith. From the outset, Voss stresses that many of the assumptions we make about negotiation, such as the idea that compromise is necessary, are not only outdated but detrimental. He points out that the core of successful negotiation lies in understanding human behavior, and more specifically, emotions. Voss's central premise is that emotions drive decisions, and once you learn how to influence emotions, you can control the negotiation, regardless of the context. A key technique that Voss introduces early on is tactical empathy, a strategy that involves truly understanding and validating the emotions and perspectives of your counterpart, even if you don't agree with them. Voss uses the example of a hostage situation in which the kidnappers were demanding an outrageous ransom. Rather than making a counteroffer or trying to assert control, Voss's team spent time listening to the captors, acknowledging their anger and frustration, and demonstrating empathy. This emotional rapport helped create the space for a successful negotiation, where no one was hurt and the hostages were released safely. One of the most memorable concepts in the book is the mirroring technique. This involves subtly repeating the last few words your counterpart says, creating an unconscious bond that encourages them to reveal more information. Voss illustrates this with a fascinating story about negotiating with a car salesman. Instead of using typical sales tactics, Voss mirrored the salesperson's statements, prompting him to open up about internal sales strategies, revealing his vulnerabilities, and ultimately leading to a much better deal. Another critical tool is the accusation audit, a method where you address potential objections before they are voiced. Voss explains that by preemptively acknowledging possible fears or hesitations, e.g., you might be thinking this deal is too good to be true, you disarm your counterpart's objections, giving you the upper hand. This technique is illustrated in a variety of scenarios, from hostage crises to business negotiations. Voss also discusses the importance of creating a no environment, meaning that you should allow the other party to feel comfortable rejecting offers. This may sound counterintuitive, but by framing questions in such a way that the other person feels empowered to say no, you reduce their fear and resistance, opening the door to more fruitful negotiations. For example, instead of saying, "Do you want to accept this deal?" you could ask, "Would it be a terrible idea to consider this offer?" This subtle shift in language gives the other person control and helps them feel less pressured. The book also covers the power of deadlines and how you can use time constraints to your advantage. Voss shares stories of how he successfully used tight timelines in hostage situations to force kidnappers to make decisions faster. He explains that while time pressure can cause anxiety, it can also push people into making decisions they might have otherwise avoided. Voss emphasizes throughout the book that negotiation is an art, not a science. It's about understanding people, reading between the lines, and responding to emotions. Ultimately, Never Split the Difference isn't just about getting a better deal, it's about creating connections, establishing trust, and understanding human psychology on a much deeper level. By the end of the book, Voss makes it clear that negotiation is a skill anyone can learn, and that with the right strategies, anyone can become a master negotiator. Whether you're trying to close a business deal, resolve a personal conflict, or simply persuade someone to see things your way, Voss's methods offer invaluable insights into how to communicate effectively and reach mutually beneficial outcomes.